super excited to be with you here. Laura, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. Alaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
I just want to really just speak to you a little bit about your journey with Safari and what that's been like. And yeah, just hopefully inspire some other women to know that starting isn't really quite as scary as they probably think.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. And my journey with Safari started with my children, actually, a lot of years ago, probably like, wow, almost 10 years ago, maybe 8, 10 years ago now. My children started classes with you, and which they absolutely loved. And obviously I got to sort of know about your company's ethos and everything through their lessons. And I kind of thought, oh, I wonder whether I should do something like this. Like, I had wanted for a long time to kind of get myself back into exercise, after having my children, and had a very busy job, and I just never really seemed to find the time for myself to actually go and do it. And I think I just sort of had a conversation with you one day and said, oh yeah, you should just come along and just join. And I was quite nervous, in all honesty, but I found, like, as soon as I just taken that first lesson, like, I was actually surprised at how much I enjoyed it. And the thing I absolutely loved about the lessons is that you never get two lessons that are the same. Like, often, I tried to work out at home and it could be like quite boring, quite repetitive, or if you go to maybe a class, it's like the same routine all of the time. But the thing that I absolutely love about Safari is, even all of the years that I have been coming now, I don't think I've ever had the same lesson twice. It is always different. It's always fun. There's always such an amazing community of women as well, which it makes it like it's a social kind of, like when you meet a friends for coffee, it kind of feels like that, although you're doing something really good and productive that makes you feel good at the same time. But it's a really nice social atmosphere as well.
I love that. What was your motivation to join like a women's only gym? Like, what motivated you to do that in the first place?
Definitely the fact that somewhere where you can train and feel comfortable, that you're only with women. Because I remember, like, I did have a gym membership prior to that, but I was so covered in clothes that I felt like I just couldn't do my workout properly. And I was always so self-conscious of, like, who could see me, even though I was covered from head to toe. But I didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable, like, just being in that environment where I knew that there was like men around as well. And also felt very self-conscious being in a hijab as well in the gym, that I just didn't fit in. So it was definitely a safe space where you just feel like, whether you want to cover or not, you're totally free, and that you have that ultimate level of privacy and respect as well. Because obviously not everybody that goes to the classes is Muslim, but it's such a wonderful community of women that it really breaks down barriers for people as well, and I think that's really important.
I love that part of it. What was your reason for starting?
To be fitter, to lose weight, to do something for myself as well. I think as women, we quite often are caring for everybody else and neglect ourselves in the process. And, obviously I'd seen how much my children had enjoyed it, benefited from it. And I thought, actually, it's about time I did something for myself as well. So lots of reasons: health, well-being, something to do for myself, really, to schedule in that I was committed to. Whereas if you work out at home, it's very easy to say, oh, I can't be bothered to do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. But I needed that discipline of actually going somewhere at a certain time on the same day of every week, I think.
Absolutely. And like, what difference has it made to your fitness journey?
Oh, it's been like incredible. I had a very busy, full-on job, but I would always, no matter what, come for the 9 o'clock Saturday class. And it was like, even if that was the only thing that I could do for myself, every week, it was like a non-negotiable. Like, it just, after a long week at work, it just made me feel so much better, and it made me feel like I've done something good for myself as well. So definitely that. Yeah, sorry, I've forgotten the question now.
No, I was asking you, like, what difference has it made to your fitness journey? I mean, let's go a bit, are you happy to go a bit more specific? Like, have you achieved any specific results?
Yeah, I've definitely got stronger, and I think it's also improved my mindset so much more as well. Because before, I think if I found something a little bit hard, I'd give up, and it's definitely made me push through that. And I have seen the results. So, for example, before, when I started, I was lifting like tiny weights, and I've just seen the progression and the journey grow. And looking back now, I think, you know, where I am now compared to where I started, I can see so much progress. I feel fitter, I feel stronger, I've lost weight. It's also made me go on a general journey with my health, like making better food choices as well, researching more into health and nutrition, and just you know, what I put into my body globally, really, I would say.
And I think that's really important. That one of the biggest fears that I hear from women before they join is, well, before I join the classes, I want to lose some weight first so that I'm capable of doing the classes because I'm not fit enough. But it's a bit of a vicious cycle. Do you think that joining has organically helped you to make better food choices or take care of your nutrition?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would definitely say just start. Don't, there's never going to be a right time. You're never going to feel like maybe you have the confidence that you need to start, but that confidence will come absolutely once you start. Like I remember when I started, there was certain things we had to like maybe jump over, and I felt really scared of doing that in the beginning, but you just keep trying, and nobody is judging anybody. I think that's the really important thing to remember. Everybody is on their own journey, and it's quite often when I used to go to the gym, I'd feel like, oh, you know, you're comparing yourself against other people. And I absolutely, hand on heart, have to say at Safari Health Hub, it is not like that at all. Everybody is so supportive. It's such a supportive network of women, and the culture, its own kind of culture of Safari, is just full of kind of love and nurturing, and everybody trying to get the best out of everybody and encouraging each other. And it doesn't matter, you could be in a class with somebody who can lift much stronger weights with you or do more burpees than you, or whatever that is, but you know that you're on your own journey of progression, and everyone is so kind of pleased for that progress for you as well. It doesn't really matter where you are at the stage of what stage of your fitness journey you are at. There's always going to be a place for you where you will feel you can thrive.
I love that. I love that. And you're right. Like people come looking forward to seeing each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Have you had any challenges, like what have been your biggest challenges on your fitness journey? And has Safari been able to kind of support you or help you with those at all?
Yeah, 100%. I can think of just over a year ago, I had a knee injury, and I didn't know what had caused this. Literally woke up one day to a kind of really swollen knee. And of course, you know, you go to the doctors and you're sort of fobbed off, and you wait ages for your tests and what have you. And I remember I didn't come for a couple of weeks. And then I remember getting a message from you saying, you really just need to come. You know, I can help you with injuries, and, you know, I'll adapt everything for you. And you did. And the difference that that also made to my mental health was incredible, because I was feeling like I was missing training, but I was scared to train because I didn't want to cause any more damage. And you just changed everything for me. And I absolutely have to say that I really struggled for several months, even with walking on my knee. And I don't think that I would have recovered to the place that I am now had it not have been for Safari, because the advice and the rehabilitation that I got from Safari far surpassed anything I got from the medical profession. And you also sort of guided me towards seeing a nutritionist as well, which I've been doing, which has had an incredible effect on my overall health in other areas that I wasn't even looking at. So yeah, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for that.
Oh,
And I also know that other people that have trained who've had injuries, you always, you know, you always differentiate the classes. No matter what the injury is, you find a solution for them so that they can still feel like they've had a workout, which is really beautiful.
I love that. Sometimes it's a real challenge when I get a class full of like 7 different injuries.
Yeah, yeah,
But we find a way,
absolutely.
we make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You spoke about nutrition and your whole journey. Are you happy to disclose any like weight loss achievements? Like,
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, it's always been an issue that I've wanted to lose more weight, but I'd say definitely within the last 12 months, I've probably lost between sort of, it fluctuates between 5 and 10 kg, I would say. And it's like really from the journey of my fitness, and how when I felt my fitness improve, the confidence improves, and that gives you the motivation to then do other things and put other things into place in your life as well, and think more about, you know, your nutrition, supplements that you're taking, and just look at the whole bigger picture. So definitely, and the women that go, you know, you have conversations, you know, perhaps, you know, women at a certain time of life, you're going through a similar kind of stage in your life, and it's a really nice kind of support network as well, to kind of feel like you can relate to other people that you're training with as well.
I love that. And what advice would you give to a woman that is maybe sat right now? Maybe she's thinking about trying it, but she just feels like she's not going to be good enough. Everyone's going to just be staring at her. She's going to hold the class back. That's one of the biggest fears that I hear. That maybe could have the opportunity to join something like a 6-week challenge with us, but is worried about taking that first step. What would you say to her?
First of all, I'd say I totally understand where your worries and fears come from, because I've been there too. But I would just say, if you want something to change in your life, you just go for it. And I really don't think you would ever find a more supportive environment than Safari to take that journey. And I've been to many different gyms, and I've tried to exercise at home, and I've tried lots of different things, but I have been coming consistently to Safari for years now, and my children have as well. And it's been the one constant thing that I say has had the biggest impact on our fitness journey as a family as well. And I would say just go for it, and you will, I can hand on my heart say you'll never feel like you're holding the class back, because everybody is working on their own areas, and things can be differentiated. Exercise can be differentiated in so many different ways to make you feel like you've had a workout, and that may be different from the person who's working next door to you, but that doesn't matter. And everyone is so supportive and will be genuinely pleased. We have new women coming into our Saturday group all the time, and they're always kind of welcomed with open arms, and they come back, so they must like it. So just give it a go and give it a try is what I'd say.
I love that. Well, you should be really proud of yourself. Your achievements have been amazing. You probably don't realize how many women around you you're inspiring. So keep doing what you're doing. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Khadija. Thanks for having
Assalamu
me.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam.